Hey guys, Steve, KO4AFL, and I'm here with Dan from Paradan Radio, and he's going to talk to us about the products he's got for sale here at Hamcation and on his website. Dan, what do we got today? Pleasure to meet you.
Steve. Thank you very much for letting me come on your website here. Yeah. I can explain all the equipment if you like.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's get through all of it.
Well, I have a couple of pieces of gear that are sort of unique to the ham radio accessory market, and the one that is very, very popular here in Florida is the antenna disconnect device.
Okay.
It's a very unique device, and the sole purpose of it is to keep lightning surges and static, rain static, or even snow static from reaching your radio and damaging the front end, and hopefully keeping other items safe in your radio station. It's a very simple device. It uses relays. It's called the antenna disconnect, and it works very, very simply. The antenna coax goes here, this coax goes to your radio, and you should use a very good earth ground, so this should go to earth ground.
Okay.
In the unenergized mode, it's the safe mode. Everything on the antenna is grounded, and going to your radio is nothing. This side is floating. So your radio is not connected to your antenna at all. Okay. To energize it, you connect this to the back of a modern radio's 12-volt jack, or you cut the wire off and connect it to your power supply. So if you turn either one of those on, then this activates the relay. I'll show that to you here. This is going to a battery down here, simulating your radio's output or the power supply. You just plug it in, the green light comes on, and you are totally connected up. The center conductor is now going to center conductor on this side, and the grounds are connected completely, so your radio is now on your antenna. Okay. Now, in this mode, there's a gas discharge tube across the antenna side, well, across the entire device, so that if you have a spark from a lightning surge, that will short it to ground, like a polyphaser device. Okay. This operates out to 54 megahertz. Do not use it for UHF and VHF because the relays are too large to have a proper SWR in their physical connection. Okay. It's in a waterproof case, and you can mount it outside or inside your house.
So no problem with me mounting it?
There's a video going on here. Turn around. Thank you for stopping.
So I can mount that just strictly right on the outside wall of my house?
That's the best place to put it, so that everything that goes in is on this side, and everything that's outside is shorted to ground in the safe mode.
All right.
Now I have the same device built with two of them in one box right here. So this is a dual. So you can use this with a radio that has two outputs, and a lot of them do. A lot of amplifiers do, and or two radios and two antennas. Okay. I have a whole lot of other devices here. I have a device that is totally unique to this amateur radio and safety markets. That's called the car charger that's used to charge lithium ferrous phosphate batteries. The problem that exists is that lithium needs over 14 volts to fully charge it. A car's system is typically about 13.5 to 13.6 across the battery, and that's not enough to fully charge a lithium battery. So I have it. Here's my simulated car system right here.
Right.
Here's the cigarette lighter plug called an auxiliary power plug. I'm going to plug that in. Okay. I'm plugging it in right now. And when you do that, it's now connected and ready to work. So what's coming in right now is 13.1 volts from my simulated car system.
Okay.
And what's coming out here is 14.2 volts. Okay?
All right.
So there's a DC to DC converter boosting the voltage. Now, and this has also a current limiter in it because the lithium batteries have a very low impedance, and they'll take whatever current it can take
Yep.
once you raise the voltage a bit. So it's got a current limiter in it at 3 amps. I'm going to plug it into this little lithium ferrous phosphate battery, and it's putting out 2.7 amps from a 12-volt system at 13.1 volts, which is the voltage required to put into 2.5 amps. Very simple device.
Very simple.
Okay.
That's nice.
And what's neat is when you unplug it from the car, then it reads what the battery voltage is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's very handy, especially for the guys with parks on the air. They go from park to park.
Yeah.
And they charge their batteries in between their drives.
So I can monitor my battery while I'm using it.
Yes, you can. And as a matter of fact, what you can do is you can plug it in, have it plugged in here into your car, and take the output off your battery to run your radios.
Very nice.
At the same time.
Okay.
Then I've got a bunch of other products. Here's an old product that I used to make. 1 in, 4 output with a voltmeter. But the new product has 1 input, 4 outputs with a current meter in it. So this is the only power strip right now that has a good voltage and current meter.
Okay.
Okay?
That's great.
All right, so I'm going down the line here. This is a 1 in, 6 output with the same process, the current meter. And the last device that I have here that we make is it's called a DC gate. It's a very simple device. I'll lift it all here. Very simple. You put your power supply here. You put your power supply here, the battery here, and whichever voltage is greater feeds the output.
Okay.
This handles 40 amps. It uses 2 80-amp Schottky diodes as an OR gate. So at the speed of electrons, it'll switch from the power supply to the battery if you lose power on the power supply, such as a storm comes and you lose AC power on the power supply, it connects the battery up rapidly.
But so like a battery backup for your radio.
A battery backup system completely.
Okay.
And one neat thing about it is that when the power comes back on the power supply, it's got a 2 amp current control charger built in. Handles 40 amps. Very nice. Okay. And this is the stuff that I make, and it's made in Florida. It's made behind my house. I've got a building out back, and we're a bunch of retired ham radio operators having a good time.
All right, so all U.S. made, nothing outsourced.
Nothing's outsourced.
Good.
Okay, and it keeps the price up a little bit, but it's sturdy and everything's guaranteed. And let me tell you, nothing fails if you do a good job, and we really work hard at it.
Very good. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to thank Dan for his time. Be looking for the mobile lithium charger on my channel, because I purchased one of those. And I also am going to do a full teardown of his double antenna disconnect, because I've already had one of those. I just need to hook it up. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll see you guys on the next one. 7-3, be good.
7-3, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dan.
Steve, thanks so much.